Judith Latifa. I am the founder of LLJ Farmers Market. LLJ Farmers Market is an enterprise that is in place to help smallholder farmers to access market for their produce, and we are basically bulking grain and selling them to processors and exporters of grain. We got into this business when we identified a gap in the access to market for smallholder farmers. We happen to have I happened to work with a company that was helping farmers access seeds, and at the end of their planting time, they struggled with market for their produce. So how we came to do this business was we saw the very many smallholder farmers who happen to struggle with their little grain because off-takers cannot come and buy from them individually. So we figured if we found a way to create like a collective market for them to buy the grains and put it together in one place, it would be easier for off-takers to come and take the grain from one place. That is how we came about with the idea of having this business. This training has been a really nice experience for me. I have figured out a lot of loopholes in my business model, and I've learned a lot more ways on how I'm going to improve the business and how I'm going to make it work better and fulfill the needs of my customer in a much better way.
All right. You know the drill.
Give a round of applause to
On your feet. Let's hear LLJ Farmers Market.
Good afternoon, everyone. LLJ Farmers Market. I am Judith Latifa, and that is our logo for the company. LLJ Farmers Market identified a problem of access to market for our smallholder rural farmers. And the problem with access to market results from like physical access to markets, whereby most of the farmers are in the rural areas, and markets for the produce are far, where they can sell their produce at better prices. And then this reduces opportunities for the farmers to sell their products at better prices, and also limits their access to better quality of agricultural inputs. And then there's also the market structure, whereby there are so many, because our farmers, smallholder farmers, are in the rural places. There are very many, they are producing, but they are unable to sell to outside markets. They end up staying with their produce in the small local markets, which demoralizes the farmers from producing more so that they can have more. So they end up producing little to only suit the local market. And then the farmers also had a challenge of information on market, where they can sell their products more profitably. So our value proposition, when we identified the problem of market challenge for the farmers, smallholder farmers, we figured we would help the smallholder farmers as well as the bulk buyers of grain to access more quantities of grain by motivating the smallholder farmers to produce more. How are we doing this? We have offered market for the smallholder farmers by providing a bulking center. We are bulking their produce like wherever they are, or in their rural settings. We bulk the grains, we buy them from right there, so the farmers know that there is someone who is buying large quantities of this particular grain from within their local place or market. And then we buy these grains, we store them in a a store where we have stores that can accommodate bulky, a lot of produce, so we can have produce even during the off season when other people do not have the produce. So we bulk and store so that we can sell at a later time when buyers are looking for produce desperately, which is off season. And then our produce are clean and properly dried because we can trace back to the individual farmers who are bringing this produce to us or gathering for us the grain. So our solution, we have gone into partnerships with other companies or entrepreneurs, like we work together hand in hand with Omia Agribusiness that is providing farmers with agricultural inputs. So our partnerships, their model of village agent model, whereby they provide better varieties of seeds to smallholder farmers through their agents, has helped us to link our smallholder farmers who are supplying these grains to get better seeds, and at the end of the day have better yields, which motivates the farmers to produce more, and then our bulk buyers can come to the region to buy, knowing that they can get the quantities that they require. And then we have also done contracts with some farmers. We contract them to specifically grow this, for this case, soybean for us. We link them to where they can get the seed, and then they grow it. We help them to access extension services right from planting and then through all through to harvest and storage. Yeah. And then we have the bulking centers. I already mentioned that. Our market opportunity for soybean, in Uganda, up to 207,624 metric tons of soybean is produced annually in Uganda, and about 1,002 metric tons of the soybean comes from West Nile sub-region. And for us as LLJ Farmers Market, we target only to have like at least 20% of the 1,002, which is 174 metric tons per year. And then our channels, we use direct sales because we have the physical goods. Why do we use direct sales? We want to ensure quality and better prices. And then customer relationships, word of mouth. We talk to people, to our clients, visit them, and then our next sell, how do we make sure our clients come back? Consistency in quality and availability of their produce. Cross-sell, we have gone into also selling other grains like millet, maize and others. Referral strategy, because of our quality assurance, we always get referrals. The revenue streams, our incomes are from the sale of our assets and grants and borrowed income, and then those are our expenses. And for the year 2020, our incomes were up to 54 million, and then our costs were up to 50 million. So that gives us the margin. And then our timeline, we have registered up to 200 smallholder farmers, each of whom produces a minimum of half a ton, so they can give us produce. And then we intend to sell at least 100 tons at the end of 2022, which so far we have sold 17 tons. Where we intend to go, we want to put up a processing facility so that instead of selling to exporters and processors, process our produce and sell the end products. Yeah, that is our ask. We intend to scale up our farmers' production by supporting them with better seeds, and then set up a food processing facility with a structure and equipment of up to worth 200 million. Our team, we have 3 full-time employees, and we have our field agents. These ones we pay them on commission. For each full bag, 100 kilos that you bring, we pay you 10,000 shillings. That is Gift Monday. She's an accountant with a diploma in accounting. And then on the left is I, Lady Latifa. I am a community psychologist and an accountant by practice. Those are our contacts and where you can find us. We are on Facebook and Twitter.
Practice getting how to say it in the shortest time possible.
Okay.
Any questions? Looks like there are none. There seem to be no backfires.